Hello and welcome back to the Mostly Pointless podcast.
Hello again.
I'm Tom, this is Adam, and hopefully we'll continue to talk all things plenty interesting but mostly pointless.
Yeah.
How are we doing?
I'm alright. Cold.
It is cold.
Yeah. I mean, we were banging it down last time we did it.
We had the lights.
Lights flickering, it was like it was possessed, the entire building.
Episode 3.
Yes.
As recording episode 3, episode 2's not live.
Spotify is.
Spotify is.
Yeah.
All three of you on Spotify. Welcome.
Hello.
It's a slow growth, but we're enjoying ourselves.
That's what she said.
Straight in. How are we into episode 3 and that was the first, that's what she
the first
said.
one? Oh,
I think so.
I didn't swear.
You didn't swear.
Yeah.
5 seconds before recording,
Yeah.
you did about 12 trying to get
Get out
the
the system.
Just get out of the system. I'm gonna
Before I was 30s, you think I was in my 60s where I was trying to sort that camera out.
It was funny. It was a shame that we couldn't record it.
It's only on my phone as well. It's not like I'm doing it on technical.
Yeah.
I've used it like every freaking day.
Before we have drinks, little teaser, next week we're going to have some new props.
Oh, wait. Can you tell us what? Because even I don't know.
One of them will be...
Is it Paul Dano?
I've got him.
I actually got him.
He's one of the 3 people who listen to us on Spotify.
Danny DeVito could actually fit in there.
He's going to do an entire episode.
Just curled up.
We're not going to mention it.
Yeah. He's going to be like, let me out, let me out. Shut up!
I'm going to pull out my championship belt.
Oh, fine. We can finish.
See, come and watch listeners on Spotify, but you'll miss sort of Adam's facial expressions like that as I said it. Drinks?
Yeah, what we got?
Right. I'll do mine first because not sponsored again, but I've got a kind of Scrumpy Jack.
It's kind of boring. It's
Yes,
nice,
I know.
but it's kind of boring.
And I'll open it and pass it. Yeah, this is Adam's for the beer review section of the show. Tuck in.
That's not a badger.
Before, do you want to give Spotify people some context?
It's a bottle of beer, and it's called Badger, but that's a hamster. What was he about to, it looks like it's won a gold medal in the high jump.
Nice.
That's weird. Anyone who's watching. There you go. I don't even know where my camera is. It's there.
Can Danny sing?
Danny. I think you're going for a whiskey or something.
We're gonna. But
Nice.
I didn't know how long it'd take to set up.
It's nice.
It's nice. Yeah.
That's what you get.
That tastes like beer.
Yeah. This is just like a badger.
Join us
It's
next
like
week.
a hamster that does long jump. That'd be really sweaty and like sawdusty.
What would be the hamster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were drinking that.
What? Nah, I'll move on from that one. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I'm going for some weird like what animals would enter what Olympic events.
It's got its ear pierced.
So
You think he has to take it out when he does the long jump?
Hippie
so he
hamster.
catch it?
I don't think it can. Can it get airborne of its own?
How high would a high
fruition
jump be for
for
a
a
hamster?
hamster?
It's going to be like 20 centimetres on it, something like that. They've only got to spin their little legs as well, so it's not
20
going to land it
centimetres.
very well.
What's that like?
Yeah.
Don't mention my hands.
Tiny.
Like
tiny
that.
little hands.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not. Because there's different hamsters as well, isn't there? We're getting off topic. What is the topic?
Olympics.
Okay. That's
Apparently.
actually a topic, okay.
Apparently, someone's trying to get a steroid test free Olympics.
That would be quite funny.
So, another channel that I love, Philly on,
Mm.
yeah, cannot recommend the guy enough. Go and watch his content. But he did a video about him, and he's like, funny enough, something like that already exists. It's called the Olympics.
Alright, we can see UFC.
The Olympics, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
But one, what are your thoughts on that thing? On if you
Steroids.
could do it, if you could have a legitimate, no testing steroid Olympics, do you think it would be interesting? Kind of really just to see how.
It would be interesting because if people didn't absolutely smash every record, you'd be like, well, that just shows what happens in real Olympics.
Great point. Like, what's going to happen when ultimately they take, if this ever happens, when people don't start beating records, like when they don't break world records,
Yeah.
what questions are going to be raised from that?
Yeah. Steroids aren't doing anything.
Like, if even if you said, I always go back to Usain Bolt. What did it? 9.6 something.
I know under 10 seconds.
Like, if you're saying that he's clean, I'm not giving my opinion either way. If you're saying he's a clean athlete, how fast could that man run on steroids?
Yeah. That fast he was back in time.
It just starts, it sets off, it disappears, and then it gets
the DeLorean.
And then he appears at the end, an old man.
Yeah.
Well, I think, rather than go like more in, like leaning into the steroids, I think every event should have a regular person.
I was going to say that'd be brilliant.
I'd love to just to really like have the scope. When they're all like close to each other, you can't really tell how amazing a feat that they're doing.
Yeah, you can bet there's people sat there going, I can do that.
Guaranteed. With a beer in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just get like a regular Joe to go and do it first. It's like when you get people shot putting, like, how far did shot putting throw? Or javelin. Like, was that 100 metres?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. You got to put some posts on trying to getting it to 5 metres. It's not even sticking in 4.
You're like, yeah, you're right. It's harder than I thought.
Yeah.
What would be your event? Some running.
Probably sprinting. Yeah, not long distance. I'm shocking at long distance.
Climbing.
Climbing. Yeah, I like climbing.
Would you do the actual?
I think I would be better at running at the minute than I am at climbing.
But if you were sort of, if you got the opportunity of like, right, we'll give you X amount of money, pick your event, train for the event, we'll fund it.
I'd probably climbing. It's just more fun.
But would you go the sort of bouldering challenges, or would you go speed climbing?
I'm not sure. Is it speed bouldering or is it climbing like harness? It's harness, isn't it?
It's the harness one. It looks. Have you seen them do it?
Yeah, they're like
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's good. What about you?
Probably shot put.
Yeah.
When I were quite a kid, that's what I did.
Did you?
Mm.
I didn't even know that.
It's because
It's a bird. Sorry.
No, it's alright. I was hesitant of whether I told this story, but
I'm a
grown man now.
Yeah.
I used to do it at quite an established place.
Oh yeah.
Okay, where we would go through them, and every week we would sort of warm up together, and then everyone would split off and do their things. So you'd have the javelins, the shot puts, discus, sprinters, jumpers, everything. We'd warm up together, separate, and come back for it. And I would in shot put and discus. Now, randomly, as a little side thing, I used to do javelin, but because I played cricket, my run up were like I run up to bowl, which is not right for javelin.
Yeah.
And my muscle memory for bowling at cricket could not sort of get out of my head.
Yeah.
So they basically just gave up on me.
Oh.
Yeah. So I did shot put and discus, and I thought we were all right at shot put. But one of the warm ups, like I said, this is 30 odd people from all different things, varying ages, Olympic hopefuls. Some of them, obviously, I was not, but some of them were. And in the warm up at the beginning, I did a press up and farted, and legitimately, they go again.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
so
funny.
My dad says like when, especially in like 2012s, when like Jessica Ennis and stuff were in there, like that could have been our Tom, but
he shot himself.
Yeah, but legitimately, yeah,
that's good. I just realised actually this isn't called Badger.
Oh,
it's called Golden Champion.
Which makes much more sense.
Yeah, there's a badger on the top actually.
It's Badger Brewery.
Yeah, I got too focused on the weird mouse thing.
Got distracted.
I've got hints of elderflower. I won't be able to tell that.
I could not give you any discernible taste in it. Though it's just beer.
Like beer.
Yeah.
Mm.
I want to do something different today.
Alright.
Have you ever heard of Inside the Actors Studio?
No.
It was a guy called James Lipton, and he interviewed A-listers, absolute A-listers. I've got a little list.
Am I not supposed to be looking at this?
No, you can look at me.
Okay.
It's fine.
Look at me.
Look at me. Reading off a few names of people who, over his years, he interviewed. Ben Affleck, Jennifer Aniston, Pacino, Robert De Niro, Tom Hanks twice, Gene Hackman, Sean Penn, Sarah Jessica Parker, Gwyneth Paltrow, Daniel Radcliffe, Robert Redford, Vanessa Redgrave, just like Who's Who. Everybody went on this show. So much so, and now I can remember watching the clip of it, and I can't remember if it were Pacino or Robert De Niro were getting interviewed by him, and there's a bit where they open up questions to all the people who are watching, and there's a small section of them in there who are acting students.
No.
And one hand gets raised to ask, like I say, I think it's Robert De Niro, a question, and it's Bradley Cooper.
Really?
As a student before he was anybody. So yeah, absolutely everybody went on this. But he did the show, and at the very end, he would ask everybody the same 10 questions. Right?
Shit.
Which I would like to do.
Are the big open-ended questions and all? Because I'm never going to answer.
The very. Well, some are. Some are just throw it. Well, you'll see. So here you are. The 10 questions that James Lipton asked everybody.
What, all these celebrities?
Yeah, so he asked them specific stuff, but he always gave them these 10. So every single person has answered these 10. Number 1, what's your favourite word?
I can't say it.
Well, one of the questions I will tell you now, number 7, is what's your favourite curse word?
Oh, okay, so I've got to choose a word that's not a curse word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like with this sort of thing.
I know. I don't want to give you any pre-prep.
A one that I was amused with is not English, so it's a German. I'm going to butcher it. It's Weltschmerz. World pain.
World pain. I thought you were going to say what's the other one we're talking about? Schadenfreude.
That's what you like. Someone else's
pleasure in other people's pain.
Yeah.
So what was it again?
Weltschmerz.
Is your favourite word?
If we have any German viewers, I apologise. That's probably terrible pronunciation. Or maybe it's really good. Maybe someone liked that.
If we don't have any German viewers, it's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Hello. Having a little. My hope is we have these questions and it branches off to other things. So I don't just say 10 questions. You give me 10 single word answers, and we move on. But yeah, we did German at school, didn't we?
I was really bad at it. Most of my German now picked up from Rammstein.
Yeah. But I'm guessing most of that is not really repeatable words.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if it is, it's just, if you're saying it out of context, it's going to just sound weird, like Liebe ist für alle da.
Yeah.
Just love is for everyone. It's pretty random. But it's tout de ver.
Yeah, which is
I hurt you. I think. Can't just go around saying that.
Yeah, we did it, and I thought like we had pretty much the basics nailed down. But then meeting other people, like Germans for instance, where they know English better than us. Never mind know their own language.
Difficult for me.
One
of my mates married to a German last night as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
Janina, she's very nice, yeah.
It is something that I would like to do. Learn a second language.
I don't know what I'd choose.
I would say German because it is very similar in lots of ways to English. I mean, there's a lot of similarities there. But I don't know if I'm really going to need it that much.
Are you going to Germany anytime soon?
I would like to go. One of the best trips I've ever been on was when I went to Munich.
With your dad? Okay.
My brother. And it was phenomenal. But again, not the problem with Germany. But the problem in this aspect is that they know English so well that you don't need to know German.
I guess it's just polite if you go into their country to know their language.
On that note, right, a story about that trip of being polite is we arrived, we got off the plane, and Germany is that efficient. It's like literally off the plane, walk down, and then you're at the train. It's that smooth. But we had to go and get the tickets for the train. And my dad, who, I don't have this, but everyone else in my dad and my brother, you'll testify, I've got this confidence, I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah.
So my dad turns around to me and my brother and say, I've got this, lads. Walks up to the woman and goes, Guten Abend. And she goes, but it is not yet the evening. Which kind of shut him down. Knocked him down a peg.
I'll not do that in the future.
Yeah. What is your least favourite word?
Babe.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
I don't like people calling each other babe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not as common these days. It's like king and queen, which is just as bad.
Yeah.
It's really fucking cringy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, babe, I don't know.
Just all about generally like pet names.
What would I use as a pet name?
Oh, stuff like that. Yeah, your babes, your kings, your queens. Yeah.
What about them? Just in general.
Just to encompass all them sort of terminologies you don't really like.
Well, I don't know. 'Cause I don't know.
I'm not talking about like personal ones to your wife. If you've got like a
wife.
You're my wife.
I was going more Matt Berry. You went somewhere else there.
Yeah, we're a bit bored, I think. I watched it the other day.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that, babe. Or would you go baby?
No, that's not good either. Don't like that.
I also find a problem with it is that some words just sound better in a different accent. I think, I know I don't swear, but when you swear, ultimately, feel free to. We're 16 minutes in.
I've said fuck at least once and shit.
I don't know if you did.
No, well, I've definitely.
You've done it there. Yeah.
No, I definitely said fuck at some point. There again.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
But I do think that our dialect, our accent, suits swearing.
Good. Because I do it a lot.
I don't think it suits babe.
No, it don't. I don't like it.
Right, this next question and the following one don't necessarily mean what you think it does. Now, I did debate whether I preempted and sort of said prepare yourself, or whether I just said it to see what you said. But I thought I'll be kind. What turns you
kind? She didn't tell me.
What turns you on? Now, it's not like what you mean. Yeah, it's not that.
I was just about to say something.
I know. That's what I meant. I wanted to preemptively say, oof. Yeah.
You mean what I enjoy?
What gets you flowing? What sparks your excitement? I don't know what this was. Like
Flint.
No.
That would spark someone up, I suppose. Crap, this is just how basic I am now, I don't even know what gets me going. I mean, I'm a gamer, so certain, like, games...
So we'll take that one step further. What in a game turns you on?
Did you play original Tomb Raider?
There is a funny meme of that where it said, I asked my girl to dress up like Tomb Raider, and she comes out and she looks like a model dressed as Tomb Raider, and is like the Magneto thing, where it's like, I don't mean that, and she comes back out and she's full of like box, it's like perfection.
I don't know. I need to sneeze now. Oh, why can't I just sneeze once?
I
don't know, because
the bar of recording the volume just maxed out. It's just
blowing some boggers eardrum. Boggers. I was supposed to be bugger, but I don't know where bog came from. I like story-driven games quite a lot. I think if you get into a good story, like I liked The Last of Us, and we just played Plague Tale Requiem.
Yeah.
Even though it's quite possibly the most depressing thing I've ever played, I was always quite looking forward to getting back on it, see where it went, see how it ended up. Yeah, that sort of thing.
When you say good story though, like there's one at Final Fantasies, an older one. I know you're not a big Final Fantasy guy, and it weren't one I particularly played. It was over multiple discs. It was like a 4-disc one.
That could have been seven. Were over 3 discs at least.
But apparently, if you compressed all the cutscenes, it took up more than a disc itself.
Yeah, so that's the problem. I guess a lot of them do have I don't like the more modern ones that are sort of like mainly a walking simulator. You don't do much action, and it's just like
you're walking between cutscenes.
Yeah, and you're pressing like square or X every now and again. That's all. Yeah.
What turns you off?
Again, not sexual.
Well, if you want to take it there, but
I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid it. Sports, generally.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. I can't get into like football or cricket or as soon as that sort of topic topic, my brain. I can feel my brain switch off, and I'll be like there, listening, like yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you
Think
see
about
that?
Arsenal.
Yeah, did you see that ludicrous display?
What was Volkov thinking? Sending on no other way around.
Yeah.
I don't even know. That'd been a laugh.
Wenger and Walcott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So that's a good one.
Yeah.
Here you go. What is your favourite curse word?
See you next Tuesday.
Nice.
I know a lot of people hate it. I think that's what makes me like it even more.
What is
I think I don't find it offensive. If someone was to call it me, it makes me chuckle.
What I would say? What is your opinion generally on cursing and swearing?
I think I think it's a good way to express your feelings on something. I think a lot of people say it just makes you come across more stupid, which it probably does. But
Well, thinking just I'm not going to say what his exact quote, but Stephen Fry said, "That's a load of pants."
Steve Fry's mint, though.
Yeah.
I think it can show how passionate you are about a subject. I think it's almost a good way to. If you're really frustrated about something, you're talking about something and you swear. I think it helps de-stress you better because you know you're saying something that's not great. So it almost, I don't know, I think it helps a little bit.
And I can emphasise it.
Yeah, it emphasises stuff. So yeah, I think it's good. I don't think it should be obviously said around kids and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's a time and place.
There's a time and a place. I don't know what the cut-off age is. To
test the water at a certain age.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's fair enough.
What question were we with that? 6?
7.
We're on 7 now.
That was 7.
Oh, lost count.
Number 8. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? Now, obviously, you don't have to go into what you do, but what would you like to do if you could? Try and disregard sort of the wage.
Yeah, just
unless that plays a
interesting.
part.
Yeah.
Because if you said like anything that's like over 100 grand,
there's them year stories of these jobs where people's job is like twice a year to climb to the very top of like an antenna to change a light bulb, and they earn something like 50 grand a year. That'd be pretty cool. I don't mind climbing up stuff. Getting down's always a problem.
Yeah.
But I don't know. A games tester again, something like that maybe. But then again, would that make what I like doing less interesting because I'm concentrating on it too much?
I'm very much like that. I always thought when I was younger, I'd want to be a chef.
Oh yeah, I can see
But I
that.
think it's like that. Like the top places just seem so intense and rushed, and
It doesn't seem fun at all.
yeah, I think it's just like I'd rather just do it in the kitchen for enjoyment than do it for a job. 'Cause the last thing you'd want to do after that is just go home and cook anything.
Yeah, no.
So,
So I'm not sure. I don't know what I'd like to do actually. I've never been one of these that's had like an aim, like a career goal. I think when I was a kid I probably wanted to be like a crocodile or something like that. I don't know if I could still. Let's go.
Step Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. Personal changes light bulbs on top of rate tall towers.
Nice, for 50 grand a year.
50 grand a year.
Nice. What profession, I think I know where this is going to go, based on what you've just said previously, but what profession would you not like to do?
There's a lot.
Yeah,
There's
that word
a lot.
think of one, and you were trying to narrow it down.
I'm trying to narrow it down, yeah. Like I've always said, I don't know how people do the like waitering stuff.
Yeah.
Because it seems constantly mental, just constant, and the amount of bells you get that come in and are just, I'm going to say my favourite word for a second then, not Weltschmerz, the other one.
Yeah.
that come in and just make it. In England, I don't think like wage-wise it's as bad as what you're about in like States where they rely on tips and stuff like that. It's not like that for here. I don't think the wage is great, so I think that'd suck. I know my wife did a lot of waitering, and my sister-in-law did waitering, and yeah, it sounds like it'd be rough, but yeah. I think teachers get a lot, particularly teachers in secondary school. Can you imagine dealing with?
I would have, at one point I thought I'd love to do teaching, but it'd have to be like college or uni, where they're like...
Trying not to call a child a dickhead would be really difficult. And when it's a child, I mean like 11, 16, so it's not too bad.
11? Straight.
Oi! You bastard!
Sean Bean.
I mean, we live close to where Sean Bean's from.
Yeah.
Don't we? So
Yeah. You did go a bit sharp.
a bit sharp.
Yeah. What's the ratio? Like, what's the worst job you could think of, and how much money would it take for you to do it?
Oh, Jesus. That's not the job.
You'd be Jesus. You'd be God downloaded.
I don't know. There's a lot of jobs that people probably don't want. What are you thinking of?
You was Jesus.
I can't get the facial hair.
The hair, yeah. You got like an afro and really bad
Shit facial hair.
like Team America.
Yeah.
Getting smashed and not wine you've made.
Just for myself. I'm not a massive fan of fish, though.
No.
I don't know. I like sushi. I like smoked salmon. That's awful.
The myth that we had at Bible.
Disregard the smoked salmon.
It turns the fish into sushi.
I don't know. There's some pretty rough jobs out there. I guess people that like just because it's grim. Like people that run clean up after crime scenes. That's not funny.
And he said grim, you said rim. And I'm like, have I missed something?
Don't think I'd want to do that either. And then there's like, I guess just sewage works and stuff, just smell, all that sort of stuff. I guess they might get used to it, but it doesn't sound abattoirs, that sort of stuff.
Abattoir would be rough. I think
I don't know if I could.
what that would do to you mentally.
Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't matter, particularly the people with the bolt gun.
Yeah.
Just in case you know what a bolt gun did.
You was Anton Chigurh.
My head would not go like that.
Well, that is a cool, another segue, but cool movie. I know, to catch up on everybody who has not seen Where His Brains Have Just Gone, we've gone from the Humane Killers to No Country for Old Men, Anton Chigurh,
Javier Bardem.
hands down, top 5 villains of all time.
Not in horror films.
Not in horror films, definitely.
Yeah.
Just this insane killer.
He plays like a psycho really well.
Who follows this very set of rules. He sets his own rules of what he does and doesn't do to people.
The coin flip scene with the guy behind the till, that's very good.
Even if you look at the trailer of No Country for Old Men and you don't like how it looks, I just beg you, go and watch the scene where he goes into the garage with the old guy and the coin.
Yeah.
Because that standalone, we could talk about these sorts of scenes for a while.
It's tense as always. Really fucking
Even
tense.
if you know what's going to happen, you're just holding your breath.
Yeah.
That scene and Dead Man's Shoes.
Which bit?
Where, again, another film that I would
Paddy
just say
Considine.
go and watch it. Paddy Considine in a phenomenal performance.
What's his brother?
Toby Kebbell.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. But there's a scene, Paddy Considine's the older brother and he's trying to get
when
revenge.
he was beside at road. Yeah.
He's trying to get revenge on some guys who've done stuff to his brother.
Yeah.
They pull up to the side of the road and confront him. And again, find that scene on YouTube if you can, because even when you know what's going to happen, your heart's in your mouth just watching it. And
then there's also the bit in the pub where it's like, what are you looking at? It's like, you!
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it.
There's a moment that like 5 minutes, about 5 minutes in when that happens.
Yeah.
The scene that Adam's talking about.
Brilliant.
And from them, then it sort of sets the tone of everything. But when you think of sort of, in my head I've got 4 that's popped up straight away of them scenes that, 5, I'll give you my 5. Of just scenes that will forever just stay with me. Irrelevant of how good the film is. Those 2. Gene Wilder's first appearance
In Willy Wonka. Yep.
where he walks again. From that moment on, when he walks out, the entire film, it puts you. I think you might have even told me this, where he did it deliberately.
Yeah.
To sort of leave the audience thinking anything could happen.
Yeah, I don't trust you now.
And it does.
Yeah.
Have you seen Sam Rockwell? He does it on his latest. He's on Jimmy Fallon or something. He walks out with a cane.
That's funny.
And then he starts doing a jig. It's right random. So yeah, those 3. Toy Story, where Buzz finds out he's a toy.
Oh, the Mrs.
Not the heart in your mouth thing, but just for phenomenal scenes where
Mrs. Nesbitt.
it's a kids' film where a toy realizes it's a toy, has a mental breakdown, and changes his name to Mrs. Nesbitt.
Yeah, it is pretty.
In a child's film, is genius.
What's 5?
What do you have for number 5? The first time you see Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, it's not Hello Clarice, is it? It's Good Morning.
It's, strangely to me, very much similar to Gene Wilder's first one. Because you don't see him for a good 30 minutes, I would say. I know Anthony Hopkins, it might be close to an hour.
He's
you
not
don't
in
see
it a
him.
lot either, is he, actually?
No. And in that entire build-up, you're building what you think this character's going to be. In Hannibal Lecter's case, you know he's a serial killer. You know he's a cannibal. You know he's the worst of the worst. And as Clarice is walking down the prison to see him...
She gets like jizz wanged at her.
She does, yeah. Not by Hannibal.
That would be an interesting
That would be, yeah.
Good morning.
Introduction, like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's.
Um,
you can hear her coming to his starts off when she starts like going up. Come on, come on, come on! She's coming. I'm coming.
On such a segue. But the first time you see him, you're imagining this sort of animal, and you get this what looks like a
doctor.
Yeah, just
well, he's a doctor.
Yeah, just smiling at you. Still
stood horrifically still.
Yeah, like what did I said about Jim Carrey?
Hannibal Lecter.
Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, how can I say?
Where he
imagined himself as an animal.
An animal, yeah. I think Anthony Hopkins said he portrayed Hannibal Lecter as a cross between a snake and a crocodile. I think he said.
I can't remember.
Definitely a snake, because that's very fitting. Or maybe a spider. Anyway, I could Google it, but any scenes for you that I may have missed, or noteworthy scenes of any sorts?
Again, you've dropped it on me. I'm thinking about this for the next 4 weeks.
I've still got number 10. Yeah, this is
the scenes that stick with me other than the ones that you've just gone through. I don't know. I might come back to it later. I'll get back in my head loading.
We'll re-segue back into it.
Yeah.
Number 10.
Alright.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
What are you doing here?
You come to wrong place.
It took wrong turn. I don't know.
Would you just... I guess you'd have a lot of things in your head. Neither of us are particularly religious. And when I say that, I mean, we're not religious in any way.
Well, you're on a bit. I'm a Hellenist.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd be very... If it gets there and that happens, I would kind of...
well, you've seen that thing with Stephen Fry when that pastor asks him.
Yes.
That sort of thing.
Horrible. Yeah. Yeah, I think the question is what would you want him to say to you, not what would you say to him?
Just laying into it. I don't know. Tacos every Tuesday. I'm not even a big taco fan. I can't think of it. Sort of think of something.
Yeah. What do you want, sort of like confirmation you did alright?
What's he going to do?
No, like you get there, you realise that heaven's real. Yeah. What do you want to sort of... You did alright. You made people happy. You
think God's hanging around waiting to tell every person that comes into heaven that?
No, but I think that...
You'd be a long fucking queue. Jesus, you'd be doing for years to get into heaven.
It could... yeah, you don't...
Like, pat you on the head, goodbye.
You're not in a rush.
You're not going anywhere.
And you're British, so you're designed for queuing.
It's true, I don't like to queue.
You imagine you get in there and he's looking at his watch.
It's like,
oh, how many we got left?
We've been doing this for the past 2 billion years. I don't know, what would you say? What would you want him to say?
I think I would want confirmation that...
That'll do, pig.
Yeah, basically. I'd ask him that.
Well, that'll do, pig.
Like I said, I think you can divide the world into 2 categories. Are you a that'll do pig or that'll do donkey?
Yeah.
And anybody watching, if you are watching, we're enjoying ourselves, so hopefully somebody else will watch.
That'll do, pig.
Which one are you? I am firmly a that'll do pig.
Just because it was first, I think.
I think That'll Do Donkey is a much more well-known thing.
It's a more well known. I think it's maybe more amusing 'cause it's in his accent.
My miss is firmly That'll Do Donkey.
That'll Do Donkey. Yeah.
But yeah, That'll Do Pig. With Hugo Weaving in it randomly.
Hugo Weaving's in Pig?
Yeah.
Does he play the dog, doesn't he?
The sheepdog, yeah.
Sheepdog, yeah. It's like an actual sheep he's talking over, he's not like on all fours. Bouncing around.
They should remake it like that.
Start somewhere.
Yeah. But he's dressed like Elrond. No one brings it up.
With a dog's tail. Like one of those butt plugs.
That is an image for anybody.
I hope he got paid well for that.
There'll probably be
That'd be
somebody
his
else.
idea, but I've got one condition.
Hugo, please put it away. We're going to use a sheepdog.
Let's put it away, that's the problem.
It's already up there for audition. So that's the 10. And that's where he asked everybody.
Yeah, still can't think of most of them. I
No.
was thinking of 9, weren't I? I've already forgot the question.
10.
10. Yeah. No, what were 9?
9 was... What?
No, in fact you asked me about the films, something that stuck in my head.
Yes, that was just a general one. And then what would you like God to say? But yeah, I would like confirmation that I did alright. That
Where you don't just bring up all the things that, you know, when you're laid in bed at night and you're
But-
cringing at stuff that you've done, if it just reels them all off to you.
Imagine be like, we're going to let you in, but I'd like to raise a few points before I do.
Yeah. You remember that time you shit yourself when you're practicing your shot put?
My problem would be, it'd be like, do you remember that time you crap yourself? And I'd be like, which
Which
one?
time?
I don't do it anymore. It's been years.
Yeah, at least 2.
So, based on those questions, I thought maybe I'll have a look to see if any more.
Based on those questions, I would not be good on a talk show.
No.
Next.
How good do you think you'd be as an actor?
Better than I would on that talk show.
Yeah.
I got one at lead roles in primary school. In Jack and the Beanstalk.
Were you Jack?
No.
Were you the Beanstalk?
No.
The giant.
I were a demon.
A demon?
Demon Pest Blight.
Wow.
Who took the role on as the main sort of bad guy, the giant control. I guess it was a primary school production. They didn't have the budget to make a giant look giant, so they just sent a demon out in his place. It had like flashing horns and all sorts of shit. Yeah. So, I don't know if I were any good, but
I've always wanted to do it. My problem is I've got this accent.
same.
Like,
Yours is more posh than mine, I think. That.
I think I've had to, basically because of who I live with, I've had to sort of, otherwise they just won't understand me.
That's true.
But still, it's quite rough. I've always wanted to play Iago in Othello
Wow. Okay.
or Henry V. But unless they do some sort of Yorkshire adaptation, it's just never going to work for me.
Sean Bean's done alright for himself. To be fair, as great as an actor as he is, he's normally got a Yorkshire accent.
I'm trying to think, has there been any...
Because
like, even as Boromir.
Chop.
What's
What's
Shaw? What were his mate called in it? What was his name?
Sharp. I haven't watched it in Sharp actually.
I thought it was who played...
Yeah, Sharp, Boromir,
who plays Kobayashi in Usual Suspects?
Kevin Spacey. Oh, that's who he says his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you mean. I don't know his name.
The old guy.
Yeah.
We were in like Brastoff and
Ned
Sharp.
Stark. Ned Stark. It's a northern accent.
Yeah. He must have... Alex Trevelyan, did he have an accent for James Bond?
Oh yeah, when he in Goldeneye.
Yeah.
I think
When
it was
he
slightly-
got in Percy Jackson, I still think he had his Sheffield accent.
I think his accent might have been lighter in 007 in Goldeneye.
Yeah.
But it was still there, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
So it goes to show. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's lots of actors who accents don't change.
Danny Dyer.
Danny Dyer, yeah.
The thing is, though, that Danny Dyer's accent don't change, nor does his character.
That's true. I mean, Jason Statham, his
Yeah.
accent, The Rock, all these sort of...
But yeah, but that's what I mean. I don't think their characters really change. If you think the people who you just named, is that he played Ned Stark, Boromir, Sharp.
They're all different characters.
They're all a Bond.
Bond villain, yeah.
It's like That's
We were
quite...
in that Time actually. That was really good. We
Stephen Graham.
Stephen Graham. Yeah, that was such a good TV show.
He's a guy who's kind of broke away from his accent. Stephen Graham.
The Scouse accent.
Yeah, because he played like Al Capone.
Yeah, he did. He's done loads, isn't it? Oh, that was the first
Good
one you
actor.
remember him as Combo, which is not a nice character, but I suppose it got him in spotlight, didn't it? Got him.
I will tell you a quick... you know the story about Combo. But in This Is England, the film, Stephen Graham's in it, and he comes in about a third maybe halfway through.
Yeah.
My brother watches it because he loves Joseph Gilgun as Woody, and he loves the film, but as soon as Combo comes on, as Stephen Graham, he just turns it off. Because he said that's it, the film gets too dark for him there.
I mean, he's a dark character, but I suppose...
The long investment of it, it's great.
It's rough, but I suppose it's portraying what things were like in certain places. It's a problem, innit? I mean, a lot of historical stuff, it's not going to be nice stuff in there.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at stuff like Schindler's List and The Pianist and Saving Private Ryan, there's a lot of nasty dark shit going on, but it's portraying stuff that happened.
It is,
So,
true.
Can't lie. Would it be called? No, it wouldn't be called whitewashing it, would it? Would it be called?
What?
Like taming it.
Not whitewash.
Not whitewashing it.
Just watering it down.
Watering it down, yeah.
Yeah.
It would work.
So after those 10, I thought I'd have a peruse of other questions that we could drop on you, because off the cuff seems to be where you work best.
Yeah.
You're on a mission to prepare a new world for the inhabitants of Earth.
The folks.
Right? So you're going to go on a spaceship to this other planet with 5 people.
Okay.
Okay?
Don't ask me to choose 5 people. That's going to be a question, isn't it?
Next question. What 5 people would you take, famous or otherwise,
I don't know.
to sort of prepare for the new world?
David Attenborough.
Yeah.
It's just good with species and shit, isn't it?
We're going to a different planet.
Fine, not David Attenborough then.
No, you sure 5? That's fair. Okay, so David Attenborough, because even if he doesn't know exactly, he could make an educated guess. Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Just you and him.
David Attenborough.
On a ship.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Just
Nice.
remember who's
Light relief.
Yeah.
If it all was to pot, you'd be like, just...
It'd be funny.
Yeah.
Kill me. Kill me, Danny.
Could you imagine that on your tombstone?
Well, kill me, Danny.
Strangled by Danny
I didn't say
DeVito.
strangled, but I mean, I suppose.
That was straight strangle, I don't know why.
Shoot me. That's Frank Reynolds.
Yeah.
He's always got a gun.
Where else? Who else? I went straight to, like, Bear Grylls.
We're going to need some bloke and a woman that can help repopulate it.
So you're
I'm not
preparing
included
it.
in that because...
The people will be brought.
Oh, they're coming afterwards? Oh,
Yeah.
we don't need that then. That's
Yeah.
fine. I won't include myself in that.
That's what your job is.
No, we'd fucking die. That'd be it. Someone like Bear Grylls. Or what's that guy who trains that UFC fighter?
David Goggins.
David Goggins. Someone like Bear Grylls or David Goggins, yeah. Like a proper survivalist. Like a guy who cut his toes off in Bath.
We had this discussion. My missus watched last week's episode and said that was the funniest bit of it.
Okay.
Where we
I
went
don't even remember speaking about it.
Yeah, because what happened was I said somebody's name and you thought I meant Ranulph Fiennes. And then when I said Ranulph Fiennes,
Oh, yeah.
you thought I meant Voldemort.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, Ranulph Fiennes.
Yeah. Is he alive?
Ranulph Fiennes? Yeah. Again, I'm a bit worried about the age of some of the people.
Yeah, I mean, David Attenborough's not going to make the journey, is he?
Oh, Ranulph. Can you imagine you take 5 people and 2 of them are dead before you get there?
Got some meat when we get there.
So
Jerky,
far,
I suppose, but...
to create this new world,
Shit.
is you, Ranulph Fiennes, David Attenborough, David Goggins.
No, we're not taking all 3 of them. I said either Bear Grylls, David Goggins, or Ranulph Fiennes. They're taking one of the spots. I'm making them 3 fight to the death.
No,
Whoever
you.
wins gets to go.
You,
Yeah.
David Attenborough,
Yeah.
David Goggins,
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Also, I got one more.
You got 2 more, 'cause one of them were you.
Can I just not go? Let's say
I don't know any particular famous ones, but some sort of like architect to sort of map everything out.
Lara Croft.
Is she an architect or an archaeologist?
Shit, she's an archaeologist, isn't she? Oh,
You're trying to build stuff and she's like, got to, she's finding stuff, she's not like,
locking Richard Attenborough fridge.
Everybody did it.
David Attenborough. Not locking Richard Attenborough fridge.
I'm not going to spit it all out. He's already dead. Angelina Jolie asking you to grab his legs. Right, I think we should move on from that one. We've peaked.
Yeah.
Alright, 46 minutes in. We'll go for a different
Next time.
different topic. I want to know your thoughts on art.
Alright.
What do you think about it? What is it to you?
Just like expressing yourself.
So you think anything that's classed as expression you would call art?
I suppose so, because I mean, I guess everyone just presumes, well, from a basic perspective, you just presume it's like drawing, painting, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at some, I don't know if it's classed as modern, because I'm not up on this. Talk to one of the guys work about it, who's into art. There's that one in there that's just bricks.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the artist. Who just sort of, there's a lot of bricks piled up, and it's worth millions, and that's like considered a really big. Whereas, I guess. I mean, someone like me, I'd look at him as just a fucking pile of bricks, isn't it? But he, I don't know, it's worth millions, so it must mean something to some people. There was another artist, I can't remember his name, I quite like his, where it's just like fabric with like single tears down it and just like black fabric behind it.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like.
Nice. What about, have you seen, is it called My Bedroom? Tracy Emin?
I've seen Your Bedroom, yes.
That's their art piece. Tracy Emin did one called My Bedroom, which I think was basically just like a messy bedroom with stuff. Would you consider that art?
I suppose some people will. I guess that my brain's not wired up enough to that sort of thing to look at it and go, see what you're getting at. I look at it and go, I don't know, I'd try. I think I'm trying to be open-minded with a lot of it, so I'd sit and stare at it for a while and try and figure something out. But then you get some like, don't you? I keep seeing like pictures pop up when you look at people who's like, is it Michelangelo who carved David out of stone, and it's like such a good sort of piece of art, and then you see someone's like gaffer taped a banana to a sheet of paper.
Well, on that note, I think they were called Marcel Duchamp. Probably butchered that. That's German and French that we've
destroyed.
Just destroyed. But he, I think
and
it was
a great
him.
actor's memory.
He put a fake signature on a urinal and turned it 45 degrees.
Oh.
And installed that in a gallery to sort of say, kind of, I don't know his intention of whether to prove that anything could be art or to show how pointless art was, but...
So it's an artist trying to show that art's pointless.
Well, I don't know what his intention was, but he put that in. He sort of did it deliberately to show something. But what do you think art is? If somebody thinks, I think that's interesting.
I don't know. I suppose I don't think there's always no matter what job you're in or what your, I don't know, hobbies are. There's always going to be someone in it that's taking piss somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, that thing where somebody got paid something like 20,000 to. Sort of like a big sum of money
take
to
the money and run.
And they just wrote take the money and run, and it's
Yeah.
like they're clearly taking the mick.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm guessing some people will be taking piss. But and then the people, I don't know. You're gonna get people going up to me like, yeah, I see what they mean, and they're either like they've genuinely looked at it and gone, oh yeah, I see.
That's what I mean.
Or are they being like pretentious and like
Exactly.
acting like, oh yeah, I get what this means, when it don't actually mean anything.
I think if somebody looks at it and genuinely gets something from it, then maybe that would make it become art. If someone can get anything out of it,
Is this art?
what we're doing.
Yeah, it's probably more fucking.
I thought you went like James Franco in This Is the End. He keeps talking about art like that. No, I don't know. I wouldn't see that as art. I do think there has to be some level of talent in it.
Mm.
And I don't think there's talent in what he did. Like, who was the guy who did the melting clocks? With Dali?
Salvador Dali, that guy.
Did he do that? Yeah.
Oh, the drawings.
Yeah.
Melted clocks. Yeah.
But
I think.
which I think are cool. I don't know if they're art, but they are cool drawings. But I think he did one where he put a lobster on a phone. Is that art? I don't know.
That's what I mean. At this point, 'cause you probably get a lot of people defending that and throwing up all the meanings and reasons behind it. But I guess people were in that seat, and it's like, did he, or is he taking mick at this
I know,
point?
yeah.
It's just literally a lobster on a phone.
If-
Because if I did that, people would say, "Oh, copying him."
That's
now,
the thing.
but-
If you were to do that,
Yeah.
or although something that's probably not that, but I would call it is talented. Who was the guy who put a full shark in formaldehyde?
Damien Hirst.
Damien Hirst.
Yeah.
I almost said Damon Albarn.
What was that?
There's a singer in Gorillaz and yeah, Damien Hirst.
He's done a lot of that. He did like the gold plate, the diamond encrusted skull.
Yeah.
didn't he? Yeah.
I think that.
You think that's art?
I would say that. I just think that's that out. Like, can you imagine seeing that?
It takes a bit of planning, doesn't it?
I would not want to see a lobster on a phone, but if I got invited to see a full shark in formaldehyde, I'd
Cows
definitely
cut in half, like that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. It's interesting. It's morbid, but I think that sort of stuff gets people's curiosity, doesn't it? It's not something you're going to see very often. Whereas I could quite easily picture a lobster on a phone.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I guess. What would you if you had a space and you got told to put up some art? What would you go for?
Again, you're asking me questions.
Yeah.
You need to prep me for these things. What would you go for?
So my two favourite pieces of art are Nighthawks by Ed Hopper,
Is that
which is that one that I used to have in the old house.
It's like the diner.
It's the diner, but what I like in art.
You can't. Oh wait, so you're putting up some art that you like?
Yes.
I thought you meant you got to design some
Oh,
art.
I would have loved if you'd have answered that question.
Okay.
Yeah, I would go. I like the art that's big pictures that have sort of shadowy areas where you sort of your brain can kind of work out what you think could be in those areas.
Oh.
So Nighthawks, or there's one called The Lady's Swooning, which is very similar. It's like some sort of train station. There's a lot of shadowy figures and stuff like that. I like one where you can build your own story out of it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'd go for Uranus Devouring His Son.
Which is, for the viewers and for myself.
I don't know the artist's name, but he went through this weird phase, I think, towards before it ended, and he made it quite like so many really dark pieces of art. And it was one of them, and it's Greek mythology. It's supposed to be Uranus or Kronos in Greek. He ate his kids. He ate Zeus and Poseidon and Hades.
He ate them.
He
He
ate
didn't
them.
hate them.
Sorry, it's the accent. He devoured them, and this is a picture of like a guy literally eating somebody. I wouldn't be able to have it up in house, kid. Terrifying, but I quite like it.
Maybe when they get old enough to move out.
Yeah,
I would have stuff like that, but I do think that with art it's very a personal thing. Like I think I know that my missus wouldn't like a lot of the stuff that I think is.
I would not want that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandably.
Yeah, it's grim. I just like it. I said, I want to say, I don't know. I want to say Mark Roscoe, but I'm pretty sure it's not that. Who did? Or is it Louis? It's Luigi. It's not Luigi.
My name's not Luigi.
Yeah, that one of the tear ones, but they're like worth fucking millions.
Yeah.
I won't get an original one of them. Yeah, something like that, I think.
Before we wrap it up, I think we could continue with that one, but we are approaching the hour. What is your song of the week?
Oh, just like I said, either Dragon or did I give me that boom last week?
I can't remember.
It's only a short song, but it just amuses me. Hurricane by Electrical One.
Give it a check out.
It just starts off like really techno boy, like not techno. It's like
Techno boy.
techno boy. It doesn't go like.
What
It's like really
boy?
pop, like cheese German pop, then goes mega death metal.
Nice.
So
That's
yeah,
good, listen.
it's cool.
And I'm gonna go because it randomly popped up on my Spotify. Metalingus.
Oh,
Alter Bridge.
yeah, Edge's entrance, very good stuff.
Just I don't know why it popped up, but it popped up and I'm like, yeah, I've listened to this a few times. Possibly his funniest episode.
Yeah, I hope so. I
I hope you had fun. We did. Get one
That's not funny, you assholes.
Nobody finds it funny. We did. Somebody out there.
Yeah. Austin. I knew it were coming, and I had names in my head and I completely forgot. I do be thinking about dragging poor old Richard Attenborough's corpse into a fridge.
I look forward to doing thumbnails. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it, Austin. Bye bye.